Before I start, can everybody just change seats? You don't have to, actually. I'm impressed, though. There's something called change resistance, that if I come and tell you what to do, just without context, how many people felt confused when I had said that? How many people felt kind of frustrated, like I'm here, I'm comfortable. Why do you want me to move, right? How many people were like intrigued, like what's going on here? You guys are a great, great audience. So as it says in the introduction, everybody is going through a change, and change is accelerating even faster now, right? How many people are trying to integrate AI in their organization? How many people are rethinking their go-to-market or their marketing or their revenue models right now? How many people are thinking about partnering with another company, merging with another company, or some sort of relationship that's new to you? So we're always going through change, and when we hit that limit of, I need to change, we feel confused. We could feel frustrated. We could feel intrigued. So one of the things that I developed is the PATH framework to help us get through that. It's present, assess, transition, and harness. So we're going to go through that today. So, as we were talking about, most business owners didn't struggle because they ignored change. You know, a lot of people say, change, evolve, or die, right? You've got to change. Well, it's not that you struggled because you ignored change. You struggle because the things they changed didn't need changing. And that's very important. And when you do that, you complicate what's already working. So the first part of a change management for PATH is figure out what's working. What do you not need to change? So every week another urgent thing needs to change, but what doesn't need to change? Keep in mind, fast does not equal right. How many people have vendors calling you right now saying, hey, I have this cool AI tool, or if you don't put on AI, you're gonna be out of business, your competition's gonna get ahead of you, right? Fast does not equal right. Their job is to sell you, your job is to do it right. And so we have that framework for that intentional, grounded change. And the thing about this too, is when you're communicating change to your team, you talk to them about what's not going to change. Because in every scenario I've ever seen, leaders come in and say, hey everybody, we're gonna change something. Me coming in and saying, hey everybody, can you change seats? So when you walk into your team and say, we're gonna make a change, right? They go, what's this about? What are you doing? I don't understand. I'm comfortable here, right? So instead you go and say, hey, I wanna listen to you guys. We do need to make some changes, but what should we not change? What's working for us already? And that leads to protect what makes you valuable before you change how value is created. The next one is assess. How could this work better? This is a ground-up exercise. Too many leaders sit in a boardroom, sit in a conference room and go, hey, let's figure out what we're going to change and how we're going to improve our company. But who's on the front lines of your company? It's your team, right? They know what your customers want. They know what your customers like. They know what your customers value. They know what processes work. They know what's broken. They know what frustrates them. They know what would make their job better. So the assess stage is ground up. Get from your team what is from the people closest to the work of what could work better. Figure that out and then prioritize it. The second part is, or the third part is the transition. That's where you need to prioritize. Now you have your whole list. This is everything we need to change to improve our business. Leadership aligns people, budget, and timelines around the right changes. This is the top down. You know what your money is. You know what your time frame is. You know what other resources you have available to you. So this is not bottom up. This is top down, and you prioritize it based on your resources and your goals. This one is the most important one. It's harness. What does success look like? I started doing digital transformation in 2005. That was social media. For me, it was Web 2.0. It was before social media. Everybody chased a shiny new toy. Oh, this is cool now. This is cool now. How much money was wasted, time was wasted, how many brands actually hurt themselves because they jumped on a bad bandwagon they didn't understand. Don't chase trend. And we're doing the same thing now with AI. It's all about the tools. Hey, this tool is here, this tool does this tool does this. What is your North Star? What do you want success to look like for you? What are you trying to achieve? Stay with that North Star so you know what tool is going to get you there, and you're not distracted by this shiny new toy or this shiny new toy. Because they're gonna keep coming. So when you're looking at that North Star, before you make a single change, answer this question. What measurable outcome tells us this worked? So when we're dealing with AI right now, are you retaining customers? One of the people I networked with told me something that really reshaped my whole way of thinking. He's somebody who created a tool that protects your brand. So when you're going through, if you're going through a merger and acquisition and you need to have that brand consistency, that was a project he did. And he told me, your brand is the only thing you can protect now. Whatever service you're offering, anybody can copy it. Whatever messaging you have, anybody can copy it. If you have a tool, technology, an app, anybody can copy it. The only thing you can protect right now is your brand. And your brand, according to Jeff Bezos, which is my favorite definition, is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So it's about the experience you give to people. That's the only thing you can protect. It's the most important thing. So when you're looking at your North Star, what's your customer retention? What's your response time? For your team, are you giving them less rework? Don't, like where they could be efficiency. And more important here, when you're looking at efficiency, what are you doing with that saved time? Are you being more innovative? Are you being more creative? Are you thinking about something that's going to make your business and your people better? Don't let efficiency go to waste. Revenue and margin, are you increasing that? And are your employees happy with the adoption that they have to do for the change? So, every new idea that you get, it's one question. Does this move toward our North Star? So, again, going back to PATH. PATH isn't about changing faster, it's about changing intentionally. What makes you valuable? Learn from the people closest to the work. Align people and resources around the right changes, and follow your North Star. Are there any questions? Yep.
I just wanted to say that keeping your North Star, I think, is super important with AI. Because if your brand is authenticity, and you jump on the AI bandwagon, and I use AI in my business,
Right.
but if you use it to imitate you or to be you,
Right.
that definitely doesn't go with the brand of authenticity.
And that's why the only thing you can protect right now is your brand, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you're using AI to write for you, now that doesn't mean you can't use it to collaborate and brainstorm and structure and organize your writing, or even ask it about writing techniques. But if you're using it with its voice and not your voice, you don't have your own unique voice, you sound like everybody else out there. If you're using it for customer service like a chat bot, that's not a terrible idea for some things, but make sure you have a person there for the people who want a person. So really think through what's efficient and cost savings, but what's gonna hurt your brand.
Kind of related, but what are the big mistakes that you're seeing people make right now?
Yeah, so my big soapbox is everybody's focused on efficiency and productivity. And that makes sense. But the tools that's going to differentiate you, I say efficiency and productivity is a commodity. Everybody has the tools for that right now. That's not going to differentiate you, and that's not going to bring your business further. You need to be thinking about how can I use these tools to be innovative and creative. One of the things, I've had a conversation this week, I've had two of them this week, where I talk about how AI can personalize the experience, either with your employees, that you can have them, have AI be personalized for the work they're doing, or for your customers, that everybody's rolling it out like software, where it's like the same prompts and the same workflows for everybody. I'm like, this isn't a software, it's an intelligence, and there's so much more you could do with it.
I have a question. If a business needed you, what would that look like? Would you come into their space and do like a leadership workshop? How would that work?
Workshops are always easy, like an easy intro for me to get to know a business and for a business to get to know me. That's always a great first step. But I handle all of this aspect as far as my services. So I'll come in and help you talk to your team about what's valuable. I help with conflict resolution when you're going through change. That's my funnest one. I'll give you a quick scenario. I had a client, they were all like this about the change. Everybody had their own ideas. It was a communications change. So I did a survey to figure out where they were on the same page. And then we looked at what the strategy that the manager wanted to have. And then I walked in with a big purple witch hat and a Dungeons and Dragons game for them to play. And what it was is everybody had to play the role, or you roll the dice, and you're the website developer, you're the email person, you're the social media person, and the quest was the challenges they had. And it got people to see each other's point of view. And then it also reduced the tension in the room. And then afterwards we were able to present the strategy with people having more of an understanding about why everybody had the thoughts they had. So conflict resolution, assessments, and workshops.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.